All right, everybody. As promised, this is going to be a video on how to make some dubbing brushes without a table, an actual dubbing brush table. Need a couple ingredients here: cat brush, a drill. I've made 2 bits with loops, so I can attach my wire to it. One's going to go on the vise, one's going to go on your drill. You need a vise. Obviously, you need a fucking vise. What are you tying for if you don't have a vise? There you go. You need some 009 wire that I put on a spool. I wrap it once, twice, and then I like to take my pliers, hold the wire, and then go for 10 to 12 turns. I cut the excess off. And then you need some materials. I take Nightmare Musky Flies Flash and Fiber. Got a couple colors here. I'm prepping for a couple of flies I'm gonna make, like this one. This is the one I'll show you next how to do this thing. Works absolutely great for largemouth. Been killing it over here. So I've cut some 1.5 and 2 inches. I like 2 inches near the head and 1.5 inches and even some 1 inchers in the back, depending on how small. And then you need a box. Put the box down, stretch your wire over, take some wax. Don't be scared with the wax or shy. Put a bunch on there. This is the Wopsy. This is really good stuff. And then take your end, take your drill. I go once and twice. And spin a couple times. Put it down. This will help keep everything together, the weight of the drill. Take the materials. Flash and fiber. I like to take both hands like this and spread it out so they don't cross on me. I like to go thicker. You can go as thin as you want, like spreading them out, but I like to go fairly thick, so I just do less wraps on my fly. We'll take some of the white. That white's really thick. It's got some different flash in it, I find, and won't be able to fit everything on there. So take a little bit off, put it on the side with the other bunch, and then spread these puppies out. This is super easy. You don't need a dubbing table. And this is actually, I think, even faster than having a dubbing table. Take your best friend while making brushes, which is the wax. Just measure it and put some wax on that part here. Hold your drill so it's nice and tight. Go close to your wire here. And then put it in this little loop you made. And then put some pressure, and then we'll go 6 to 8 turns on these. 5, 6, I don't know how to count. And snip it. All right. Now just be careful taking that box out. We're gonna put some, hold it tight, throw that bitch away, and you can check if your materials are nice and spread out, if there's any holes. So I like to take the drill with my right hand, obviously, and I put my thumb on the button, because we'll always check the pressure here. Spin slowly. You can push these fibers back. Sometimes these fibers will get stuck in the spins. And then spin, and always check the pressure, because the more you spin, the more that wire will constrict and get smaller. If you hold that in the same place or too tight, that thing's gonna snap. So spin it and always check the pressure. You can move your drill towards your vise. I do it by eye now to see the turns. Take your cat brush, brush it out. So sometimes I like to put some Ripple Ice, even though I do not use Ripple Ice. It's the Nightmare Musky Flies wavelength flash. Holy fuck, I can't speak. Yeah, it comes in these massive packages. You can put them on top of your materials that you put before you fold it, obviously. And yeah, they come in these really big packages, really good quality. It's almost the same thing as Ripple Ice. I think it's even better, and it's much, much cheaper. And look at these bags, they're freaking massive. So yeah, when I use that though, I'll tend to use a dubbing pick or needle and go in and then start taking some stuff out, because it'll get stuck. Especially if you use that flash, it'll get stuck in those spirals, and then it'll make that wire diameter really big, and it's kind of annoying to tie like that. And you lose a lot of volume. But we've brushed this out a bit. We're gonna spin it a little more. You can also just do the test by pulling out. If it doesn't come out, it's pretty good to go. Brush it out again. And then flat tire's best friend. Sorry for the noise. Take your nippers. Beam. Beam. And you got yourself a gorgeous brush. I did 2 colors on these. I actually did the whole freaking video before without recording. All right, not sure where my stupid camera cut, but so I was saying, yeah, I made this whole video of this one, and I guess I wasn't recording, so yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe too much enchilada. So yeah, super easy to make. I got the 1.5 and then 2-inch. 1.5 for the body. You can do smaller. You can do 1 inch, 2-inch for the top, and then go to work and trim. Trim. But yeah, make these bad boys with them. You can make some bigger stuff like this. You can make anything that's on this wall. You can do whatever. You can, the big flies to finish, I like to go 3-inch, 3.5 sometimes. And the body's gonna be a 2-incher. On these bigger ones here. These big ones here, this is all 2-inch until the last section of the head that's going to be 3-inch, like that nice taper. You don't lose as many materials as if you'd just do a 3-inch brush everywhere. You would cut so much material and use it for no reason. So yeah, how to make a dubbing brush without a dubbing brush table. And when you're done, you take your both cut ends, ready to make some more. Now I'm going to make some flies. See you guys soon.